Adishima mama bobi adwen mama makwaba ebra so yakase atwato ewo edane mu no madaroma yede sumo kase kwan so HB News ensem ne dos no de edihwe na ditie ne semfo atenase aboa no de ma mesem fa sumo anwumre Monica aboajewa anoba eyemidi metwa me ho me ba nsem no na apostle mebebo so e de acho and it's a man penny His Excellency John Dramani Mahama wakopiem ewo UK apojemedie ho ebi entuma de nsembe atodwa ebekọ ho na yakope enjemo abusua wo sa ensem na mu investment summit 2026 photo samfo so ekopiem wo ho bi ono so de nsembe atodwa efa Ghana yesika syam enafe economy no eho ene so ebekọ na yakakwaje nkyeremu ede afasa ansem no dwumadi bi so akoso Ghana Institute of Public Administration GIMPA omo enfie eduesia enum omo ede ofano ahyehye so nam so ema Chief of Staff kopiemu ho ebi ode nsembe etuje bekọ akọpe enkyeremu wo ensem foforo mu nso aso hye oman yapomudin ensem so de atodwa yesoafo na de atodwa sesa abredie Ebola yari asabre unity ewo DR Congo and afa Uganda ne mpotemu a sabre the World Health Organization for HSA nyina enda ye ho so no wa kire SS abre no social and public gatherings ye bebo ncheku ewo baabi no yenhwe na ensa hohoro ene de ka ho no so no yenhwe na ensom wo ska semene adwadie ensem mu so no the Public Transport Union ede ababetudwa anase Ghana Private Union as a GPRT for the ababetudwa so ochina June busone da etoso mienu pepepe ehyansuade Michelle Lori first no akostro ohamu eduonu 20% yebekọ na yakọ akope entremu yebekọ amanfo amanso so de na Ebola nsemsem ya no sabre de okopiem ewo DR Congo tajufo wa mu kire se asensem de bi epiemu ewo hono ni nyina kire se amanfo bia mu enyenye bi ya pomudimu adwumayefo bi nso ya nurses bi nso amunya bi no onyankopon afefie ma wo mu atumi anya wo mu ho ana muti ede edidimu a sabre na kire defto no egusua ejina de ejina ebi ensanso emba beka nso enigisem ebaako eno nti ebusua nsem onya foforo bi eni aboa no de somo enwumre ya mre bamu ebie nso abukansem nsem so no ye de beba beka ho ede amamo metwa me ho bio aba na afmagebre asane nsem no mo awusu ajibere men sanin semne enfa ema mo mesha se dia ene na Ghana mampanyi His Excellency John Dramani Mahama kopiemu ewo UK abrochimemu na akwansu de adwumede bi ho entma na okopaye no Ghana UK Investment Summit 2026 ewo London embonten eso na ni nyina no ne se my Ghana no o ma wiase nyina te enka na so se o mahu se yegina na so brane economy no baabi asabre dia so man ne ye akwa koduro no ana so se yempempenso yegina sabre no o kire mu se ne science ne be yesese wo obi ema so anaso se oyo man foforo bi na opese oni e bedi dwa se ye bibre amaya hodo anampo de aka nyina no man bia no opese oba na obe invest anaso se ode usika ba be hye ye dwadie bia mu anadwumedie bia mu Ghana akonya no eda hotetrete sanse sa brede niema atoto yi e be ka se global investment no ye fine economic dynamics nso o my Ghana mu na no so no se ne medi kan kan na ejina ne nan so na one business leaders afe policy makers and investors ne one can be
businesses and investors are reassessing supply chains, searching for resilient growth markets, diversifying investment destinations, and positioning themselves for the next era. Democratic maturity, strategic geographical access, improving macroeconomic fundamentals, and a government committed to creating a transparent and investor-friendly business environment. Ladies and gentlemen, Ghana and the United Kingdom share a long and evolving relationship rooted not only in our history, but increasingly in trade, innovation, investment, education, and shared democratic values. Today, bilateral trade between our two countries exceeds 1.5 billion pounds annually. But I believe this only scratches the surface of what is possible. The future of the Ghana-UK partnership must move beyond traditional trade into deeper strategic collaboration in manufacturing, in technology, infrastructure, agribusiness, renewable energy, financial services, This is a platform for building long-term partnerships capable of delivering jobs, innovation, industrial growth, and shared prosperity. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, when my administration assumed office, Ghana faced significant economic difficulties. Investor confidence had weakened, inflation was high, debt vulnerabilities had constrained fiscal space, and businesses were struggling in an atmosphere of uncertainty. We took decisive action through disciplined economic management, institutional reforms, fiscal consolidation, and enhanced coordination between monetary and fiscal authorities. We have restored stability and renewed confidence in the Ghanaian economy. Inflation has declined significantly from 23.8% in December 2024 to international shared prosperity. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, when my administration assumed office, Ghana faced significant economic difficulties. Investor confidence had weakened, inflation was high, debt vulnerabilities had constrained fiscal space, and businesses were struggling in an atmosphere of uncertainty. We took decisive action through disciplined economic management, institutional reforms, fiscal consolidation, and enhanced coordination between monetary and fiscal authorities. We have restored stability and renewed confidence in the Ghanaian economy. Inflation has declined significantly from 23.8% in December 2024 to 3.4% as of April 2026. $8.9 billion.
Abusia wo twemedie no ase no eye Ghana ye photo samfo Dr. Keso ato force no honorable eka ho enso kopie mu e wo honum de nsem bitu dwa ekire mu se eyampa oba ye se ne ma begina na nso ebrane na ye sikasem ene economy no nso etumi asanso aba back on track na ye tumi aboye ho ebra empono na chese wo so otumi eboa na day in and out no niema ekoso e wasoye ho no ohye se ode ne nan ebesim ebi no wahye se niema ebetumi agina ne nan so ne science no se policy formulation budgeting and afi tax and also say tax policy no ni nyina no say aban ni the policy bi eba ebebe to ho no mo a asoye no ema so a onkonkotena se nka se oyesoafo nti no otena se no wahye na technical team no aye ho adwuma na omo de report ananse se omo ed minute abre no no ahye no ginemu ebe nti wo ba ho no mo ana na so ye ho no ma ontena se ene wonder da bia no ogina ne nan so a from start to finish ye hye bibia se ono ahye se nani etuemu ebi na wetumi ehu baby a ebekwa kosi nti both technically na afenso no major policy decisions ni nyina no woni wo mu nyina so ye ni nyina eka bom na wo mo adwuma no enti wono ade ono so beka se ne fam dia wa ye so far se yi ni so mbe so afo no emfa enhwe oman yesika sem eso no ono so na fam dia watumi aye ne ahofama wa de ne ho ama no eka ho bi na enne no ya baba contract na se economy no enne omanfo bi na amaya foforo bi no wo mo eni ebre yen esanse na nka enye yen ko a amaya hodo bi nso wo ho no ma mo nso mo su bia sa na nso no nam aban ebaye policies or dia begu apono so mo nso mo die wo mu aye foto samfo no wo mo ede wo mu no mo nso asom aye ne yiye no eka ho bi na enne no yetumi eja gina ye nan so ebran ne science no akwanya no aba beda ho niema mo eda ho nom na going forward nso no wo hunu se niema nso no ebe fine enti no investors obia enhwe se obede ne ho eba bedom o my Ghana na yetumi edidwa ede abomu ebusua mefri UK Investment Summit 2026 no na Marco Ensemfo from dia ene na dom kuma wa mrahye bedwafie ena ebo kwadu na kwadu omobo na ban ena omobo ne kwadu ani nyina ne se omo se Human Sexual Rights and Family Values Bill 2025 no ya aban that day twem MPP aban no omo ehye ase no omo kire se na nka omo aye ho adwuma nyina wi akase obe mampanyi a watwom ekro wode ne nsa be hye ase keke ena aban sesa no baye na ban baye na nka adwuma bi ani ho no wo mo hwe ani mu se nka sa bredi nka ban de nsa ahyase na mampanyi de nsa ahyase na nka ya hyase ne sa na nso be pinu sa bre no o mo de kokwasa sa afedie wo mo so mo age atuma na so sa afedie yenkonkotia o mo ehwe a bukata bi akoso omo kire se bukata bi akoso pa ya wo mo no mo feel say wo ma change core values no of LGBTQ no na omo ekire mu enso a Clause 9 amendments amendment a ebo sa mra no ho ebra no ana so say sa bill no ho ebra no Clause 9 ho no omo de niema bi omo asesa niema bi mu eni so e wo ho no eni nti no donkuma no ena sabre de omobo sa kwadu no na Reverend John Intim Fojo ono sponsor edema bill no aso na say mra shebe jeni di ma de hia wo mo Asin South abato no empesu aso wono ena di dom kuma no enimu aya kwadu wo mo ebo abai na ye na monsini ye nsenchiro ni Stephen Owusu Kwatin ya wono ebo amane to nkra wo mra shebe jefie no wono ena sabre de wo twitchiri nsem nyina ede abedan ye nkona enti no
Fiada Anna Ghana and Brashebedofie Eje, the Human Sexual Rights and Family Values Bill 2025. When a kind anti-gay bill and anti-LGBTQ plus bill. Now we know eba bebra LGBT ehunjumedie ehunkomodie any promotion ni sponsoring no ehun nkeka ho nyina no ebebra no kra no ebe illegal say obi beye LGBT hunkomo an obedi ehunjuma awo memu anu sei na ansa na Ghana Bashebe beji atum do nkuma no a wo parliament no ese emra no ase ye nsatraye bi awo mu esanse wohwe mradada no nsa na ete mradada na ayese oma yi bi eje fima ema emra na nkasa dwumedi e wo se mbedi no embedi no mu kire mu se akoye se NDC aban we epese onwo na adodanko Akufo-Addo ye mampeni edada se onsan na fe de ebanesen na edu Mahama penso de omobeye insachran nti omofa sa emra na se na etie MPP apenso no omofa sa emra na esa efa embra bi.
Mr. Speaker, these issues about the media, look me in the eye, majority leader. I was in that seat. I proposed those amendments. Your side rejected it. Right here, when the question was put by Speaker Bagbin, you were in the middle bed, you rejected. Why are you bringing these proposals? Mr. Speaker, the NDC must tell the people of Ghana the truth. Tell the people of Ghana the truth, that you don't have the courage to pass the very bill you pass in opposition. The very bill you propose in opposition, you put political position. Today, you think you can use your numbers, hide under a committee's report to water down and change the very thing that you wanted passed when you were in opposition. Today, you are in government. You've realized that that bill was poisonous. So you want to change it. And the majority leader wants to tell me that this bill is being passed. So you are passing an LGBT, anti-LGBT. Are you sure?
I don't question no ban Denny Unumonyam for Mahama Ariga HH mu say Debbie ente sakra na emum cross 9 sachaye awode ebe mu no ehu ehia pa esanse eno bema kwan ama incentrofo etumi ayomudwuma fe doctors for ene a lawyer for mu okromu anu say no atumi abomudwuma o chirechire mu hia se sanchaye sachaye no ebe
to get legal representation. The freedom of media houses to practice and report. The freedom of doctors to provide medical services irrespective of the circumstances under which you needed the medical services. Those are the clauses that we are discussing. So when you run into the chamber, you can argue, you can look at the clauses. If you have opposition, some of us have had opposition to some of the clauses. We've moved for deletion and it's been deleted. But that's your attitude of coming in and shouting left and right as if we're engaged in a shouting match. Doesn't help.
Reverend Tim Fodro a sponsor at the Emma Isa Imre, as a Brashebudrini at the Mount 1 hour Assam South. Now, Onumu and of friends and so for she more says, Saturday, Yamudaba cross 9. Organization which me sponsor amount for enu ti di onu do chemu say sa emre ya masachre mu de ene de emma emra no eho enye de nkra it onu de say sa de be de a enu ọhụrụ ne sakra e de free sa mra na ankoye say bi a onu ka hu bi ana sa emre ya aye memre ya mu ajutu mo kire say emra say na wo say bite no bite an say na wo say nka anan anu nye de no omo ama anu de no aba fom pa nti no do chemu say we no ebema ho kwan pa ama manfo edisa adwume
yankɔ ye law foforo a eno beto ahye womo sponsor yenim non-governmental bodies yenim embassies yenim womo a esese womo achi na yenkwese mra ne yento nse sa promotion so a wa ba introduce the whole clause e dey asay ni nyina na wo wie na be pass the bill no your headline said the 9 the law I in Tim Fodjo and my colleagues presented. Enim Enim ye magana for we are seeing in Aswati. And particularly for our friends in the African community, from the African Parliament, who are going to meet from next week. If there's any law that you claim that you hear has been passed, just to welcome you and to cosmetically say that we have passed the bill, and so they are part of communities who have passed the bill. From Senegal, my colleagues coming from Senegal, check your bill. Is there anywhere where they exempt development partners, HIV promoters, and AIDS prevention people?
The Krokramu ana yene vice chair the ma Constitution and Legal Affairs Committee on for James Enwedi Nkomo na yebisa ne se emrei ono se ya jatumu na den ana MPP for SM Rano ya water ne down kra ama mrana nkasa jujumide we se mbedi no entumi mbedi no no so eso
there are certain provisions via na say yanhwe year a bit me aha in terms of say nyoma bia legitimate and lawful and nyoma bia the law permits to be done no say yanhwe ye na ya nyoma yensiesie mrani year a bit me prescribe some of those activities. For instance, we a lawyer near a client can come to you under the Constitution. You say every accused person is deemed innocent until proven guilty. As lawyers, no, as part of your job, no, or let's say LGBTQ plus, you may have to defend the person because under our Constitution, the Constitution says that they are entitled to legal representation. But so Mrani says which has been criminalized. Internet making sure some of those exceptions no ye free ho.
Steven Owusu Kwaten, Home Base TV Kasebo, Ghana Brashebedefie.
I was here from Brashebedefie na makomenim dia any another Ghana Institute of Public Administration GIMPA. Wamo adi wamo enfrinche duasa enum metre 65th years celebration. Na eno ena nam so mamoto ensa edifre the Chief of Staff Honorable Julius Debra no kopiemu ase na okoye no de ensem bi ede etudwa ekirem se abaya wa ba de fa na momasua ho ensem de na koma so pa na mra bi ebetwem no educational system na ebeseye but aban ebaye no ahye ase a wode niam egugu apono so a wo hwe na eniam etimi atoto yie se na beye beboa na momasem ewo oman Ghana mu na etimi egina ne nan so ebra ne bio afei wodas da PSA ma wo ma mahye aboa ama GIMPA ne aye GIMPA no ode asida PSA ede ma wo mo wo adwuma so a wo mo aye ede aboa na afenso no osanso ede futo so ekoma eye afofro so yebekọ na yetie no.
Government of President John Dramani Mahama recognizes that in the 21st century, a nation does not invest in knowledge production. It is invest in nation that surrenders to future objectives. We cannot build the Ghana we want. We cannot build the Ghana we want. A Ghana that is digitally enabled, economically diversified, and globally competitive, without strong institutions that generate relevant research and train the leaders who will implement that research. That is why we allocated 33.3 billion cedis to education in the 2026 budget. That is why we are pressing our institutions to align. The government believes in what this center represents. Research that serves the people, and I know that's what you stand for. Knowledge that builds nations. Partnership that positions West Africa as a producer, not just as a consumer of global ideas. I want to challenge CIWAS and GIMPA in the same breath to hold each other accountable. The think tank mandate is only as powerful as the quality and relevance of the work it produces, it publishes, and it convenes. Let the work of this center find its way into policy, into parliament, into the planning offices of West African governments. That is the measure of a think tank that truly serves. We are living through a period of rapid digital transformation. They are reshaping how economies grow, how government delivers services, and how citizens participate in public life. West Africa must not be a passive bystander of that transformation. USEC is one of the world's leading institutions in electronic science and technology. IPA is Ghana's premier institution for public administration and
Abusua eno etwe no rector edema Gimpa Professor Samuel Bonso enso ede ensembi etudwa yenkona entie no.
Of course, we didn't have all the expertise we needed, and Gimpa was set up purposely to do that. And so we have been doing that for the past 65 years, but we have grown, obviously. We no longer just restrict ourselves to training people for the public service, but we also have a in addition to the governance and leadership programs that we run. So we are grateful. Grateful first to God and to all the people and entities that have supported us over the 65 years of our existence. Now, this is only one of many events that we're going to be organizing between now and the end of the year to mark our 65th anniversary. So we hope that we are going to see the value that Gimpa has contributed to the country and also what we can continue to contribute to the country over the next 65 years. We've been blessed for the past 65, and we look forward to an even more productive 65 years going into the future. Now, for today, one of the things that we did today was to launch the Gimpa UEST or Ghana China Center for West working together on research, organizing joint conferences with a focus on public service, governance, and leadership. We organize an annual workshop and conference, ISWAS we call it, which is the International Symposium for West African Studies. We were initially in partnership with other universities in Ghana, but the focus in the past few years has been at Gimpa. And we're very proud of that partnership. And what we are doing this year, what we did today, was an escalation, so to speak, of the relationship that we've had. We are now working with UESTC to set up a digital hub as a central point for collecting data and information about governance across the continent. Many of our governments make decisions blindly. They don't have the
Anti rector edema Gimpa Professor Samuel Kweku Bonso ne nsema wade etudwa eno no ebusu amegyina no so ya homekase no so agye aboafo nkracho madaroma ye ba meto ansem no so amamo. Abusua ebeda mase kwaji aboafo nkrato madaro me to ansem ne so ede amamo. Honorable Abednego Afote Otu NDC Kpong Katamanso organizer hopeful na ode ensemble atuja echiremu se our experience eba no amanyosem ewo eye abato no empesua so na constituency hono a ono ebetimi ahye aboa se wo mo ehye aboa no mato ede amana ba be dom ne bo aboafo a obehye aboa na enema bia wo feel say emabunu no esu hu ananso so mo pa ho echewa na mo nyaaya akwanya bia enka wo mo enso ebenya no ko bepre na ode ama eye esafo no na owie ye na o kire mu ese omo office ebeka se party office ewa abato ne pesua so ho no wo mo enibi de wo mo wom sisi a no eye de wo mo erente no so sa no de enye wo so mutumi enya office ti ba ne so no mo to aba na ama no aba be organizer na obehwe ape aboa na wo mo etumi enya office ni bi na ode nsem ahodo bi nso esanso eka ho yebeko na yetie no ensem we nya foforo bi a ode tuja
ban organization na kokodo no nim duma metumi aye edi aboa constituency because organizer no wona we engine for the constituency it's a engine no ntumi nye aduma ni ye a e wona ntumi enko ni ye even we here organizer ya so ma dodo ameboa our constituency no almost 1500 ameboa mo with soft loans amode ye aduma so na usho kongata manso say NDC stronghold ba ye need the correct party office. I know never I did that. Send a bear, but my party office. That's the main and I say being sure about to make casa. I'm a youth because the two about here. You say, what you doing? Be out qua. Youth, an intermodi party native, send about your money to my and I only being sure to make a summer year. The demand here, the part never for 4 years. Over 2 was an hour to but who will be able to make casa? I want to know lobby ye their mowa. But to young and near my baby, okay. And I will show you years now. MC what they do more, and MP what they do more, and I also know what they do more. It is a sort of way now. Among you now, be stronger. Put to make you get about constituency, Maniama, a coso. Because party organizer the portion of the from party side. MC or the Obel Biafo. MP what may come back as an organizer. That will be our contesting for parliamentary aspirant. I don't think I will start come back to organizer, but who call when him now a chia say ya. Like I said, you know, we who say a chino say, and to me per se.
Oh, we are not just at this idea, Cassia, Edema, Abai, anyone a cabby a woman as Obe stress and puntu nyuma de ombehwepa na bia timi ababe supon katamanso na fensun suno eyembro no aka ewo sa abato ne empesua eso titru ene eye water infrastructure na afenso ne ma bia ka ho se be ya wo ho ebe han wo mo
No one man nso problem ho but as a organizer na nyango mbo na moto ba na me ba even me be contest here time aye opposition enu ko ha me bu ankofo the Iowa power abawenya organizer ndi nti me sure wo say nyakobo ya do no mutu abadma me adwuma say ye empo akokata manso ba ba ye na kokata manso be fa ntema fa afra what you make say NDC buy kokata manso ye rose bi e wo koduma na ye award contract bi sisi amino kata ye bi wo koduma sisi o ma award contract amu ye ho adwuma dine ge say nyema mama kan say obaye no oba ba ye campaign wa ha kan say obeboa ye rose ni nyema wo say e koso road no adwuma no koso but still no ehia more because konkata manso ye ba bi a enye ba bi kituwa eso nyema na ehia konkata manso no edoso na konkata manso ye ba bi a NDC no so ni road ni pinti e ka che president say e sero o ye bi mum but woman ni mba ha bo say be ya nyema
Asweye she omai mu apomden ensem so ya ononyamfo kabnaminta akano oye suafo no ene menu ekase na watwe awieye wo mo abo apro na wo mo asrasra eya apomden asweye ahodo wo mai Ghana mu mo hya aboa no mo den nhyehyɛ yegu apono so sebe ya Ebola yare ya sa abrede okopiem ewo DR Congo ne eya Uganda ne aman bia aka no a unity ewo ho no yebetumi adaye ho so na eno no wo mo ede eye eniama hodo ese na efata ede akwakọ dance afu sebe ya wo mo ede bebo wo mo ho ebra sebe ya yare ne mpo ne koba ne se ebe unity wo mai Ghana mo na ese yadaye ho so edada na so se yabo ye ho eban na ochire mo asesa abrede 0 percent na 0 recorded records ene ewo ewa ha na chese yentumi enya biebi mai na o gidie so pass enya de a ebi ebetumi abepiem wo man Ghana mo nti no the medical equipment ahodo no de akọ support safu se be ya dachi enti na omosha pro na se edi anamia bia wo mokọ srasraye no the Kotoka International Airport Nguchi Medical Center na afi medical centers ahodo wo man Ghana mo na audio futuo bia akọ edi amade hye nyina tichiru ene social gathering say yebehye wo event ne de aka ya ye hohoro ye nsa na social distance ne na sefo nyina odi futu akoga ama Ghana fo nyina ye nko na entie so afo no
na aba o man ahodo bi so te say Congo ani Uganda no de ya wo mu ni say ye ni hu odro na ye ni hu vaccines a betumi aboye ho ban afi yare no yare no so tu ye nya ye ni adro poten ya me say poten ye ni adro poten ya ye betumi ede akum yare no inti de hia pa e diso a bema ye nyina ho toso ene se ye bebo ye ho ban afi yare no aban be na afa mu die bia eno na eguso a ye yi betu afa kwa ba ye hu hyehyɛ de agu akwan mu nyina ye free airport ene ye call labs na etumi test yare no ye call ye no ye hu nyemo mo de agu akwan e wo ho ye free ho no ya baba bia obi nya bia de ne ba eno se be hu nyema a mo de agu akwan nye de ehu nko a anase ye hu yare ne bi Ghana nko a de maya hotoso ne se lab yo treatment center yo o ma ye bi da Lassa fever by omu gina mu anye ntere ha dengue by omu gina mu anye ntere ha nti wa hotoso e wo niema ya be hu emu demom de hia ye pa tichiru ne se wo Ghana ni ya wutie yen memfa wa ho bambo indiago efri samre aye ko yaka apomudin aso ye naka ye sense su dua biem ohura ohuru ne sakwa oso di seminar ani nsu yetene
abusua mede ensam no ebesi ha na maso na Emmanuel Capito agokanse mu nsem bata kase no madan mo de abeka ho amaye
Ebra so agudie mu nsabe bata HB News so Ibaduo Bote Capito yabeshase edi fi the senior national women soccer team the Black Queens of Ghana share nanka impinifo nhyiemu no 3 Nations tournament ebe koso wo Tanzania one more hinkro Dar es Salaam na impinifo nhyiemu nanka jumede ni be koso June bosomeni de dikan ekopim June bosomeni de toso nkron into no 1st to 9th of June 2026 na ogopiemu a reporter efi Ghana Football Association na so ya abane say enya dia Black Queens sa tournament no 3 nation tournament Ghana, Tanzania and afi so no Malawi no the Black Queens of Ghana the senior national women's soccer team no be kwa akogire mu na afi so no wono mo achi ombobre akwini ase nyina so na impedifo yes wono mo amfa nchemu mapa amfa mba but then omudi ba ya alene say enya dia Black Queens 4 nation tournament na nke ebe koso ewo Tanzania no won mo ebe kwa akogine mu achi ombobre akwini ase nyina eso yefionu ma yenre mu ewo the senior national soccer team the Black Stars of Ghana so ye meno kase reporter abade kire se enche na central fonhie mu no ekọ na wie ye ewo Cardiff City one sports stadium nyame adumeda china the senior national soccer team of course the Black Stars of Ghana yani on my walls ebe bo anyokofa kensie na ogopie mu a 7:00 p.m. Ghana time and the case in the course. But a reporter about it says Ghanaian Abrantia defender Alexander Jiku Abrantia Nipra Enteno Nyamia Duma walk up Ebesha see next week, you know, Abrantia Niti Anye Alexander Jiku and I'm so Abrantia Derek Lucas Sinaka Emma Pafos Bobu Kono and a name Penifatu this Alexander Jiku a prior and Uncle Kusiana name not Finsono. World Cup Black Stars ya kwa kupiem kwambia so no the senior national soccer team no nyoma akoyi edi amayentina na be FIFA nhye no kopim be se dumie no we se ni oman bia ukwa akogire mu World Cup na se no final 26 man squad no we se ne odi bantini ye nkrofo ide omutwe ye koda no omudi aba da sapepe ene hunsem esifatie menra mobile telecommunication network giant MTN FA Cup Grand Finale 2025
and sell
gone University of Ghana one our group am yan tam no so ho and the Nations FC and Dreams FC and the Bueni no at the end of the 90 minutes and then 120 minutes of action extra time no na 1 goal apiece but then penalty shootout in the Nations FC 5 Dreams FC 4 yanko yanra said